Hey everyone, welcome back to Devi Ride Learn. In this video, we're going to continue from where we have left off, like purchasing a Microsoft 365 license and configuring an email account. Let's get started. In our last video, we had signed up our own tenant in Microsoft 365. This was our email address that we have signed up. So now after that day I have left it. So as I come back, it's a security feature or security default feature that allows you to configure MFA on your account, and it's very much recommended to add this two-factor authentication on your email account. Okay, I'll not skip it. I'll just click on next. And how you can easily configure it, you can either use any of the authenticator application, a different authenticator application, or you can work with the Microsoft Authenticator app. So let's go next. And you just need to download an application on your mobile device. I'll be using Microsoft Authenticator. And once you open the application on your device, just click on plus icon on the top right. If it is for the first time, you will see on the home page itself. Then click on work or school account, then scan a QR code. Then I'm just scanning the QR code. Once it is activated or account has been added, click on next. Then for the verification purpose, they will send you a code. Let me add it here. And the verification is done. Next, done. So that's the one step. Okay. Since last time, as you know, we did not purchase any Microsoft 365 license. We just connected the domain, as well as we changed the organization settings. So let's assign some products. I'm just clicking on this assign products. I can go to admin and click on billing and then click on products. Even that also I can do, like purchase services and your products. All right. So here I am the only user in my organization and I am unlicensed. So I'll click on purchase services. Let's suppose you want to also buy license for Microsoft 365. It is now available for everyone. Earlier, Microsoft has added the prerequisite of 300 licenses to be purchased. That was a minimum criteria. Now they have made it to minimum one license. So there is no minimum prerequisite as of now. Okay. So these are the few of the licenses you can purchase, starting from business basic to business premium, or even you can go with the enterprise license E1 to E3. Like E1, E3 and E5 is also there. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set up the license on a free trial basis. I want to try it out before I go with the full-fledged. So if since this is just for the learning purpose, this video, so I'm going to go ahead with the start free trial. All right. It provides you the free trial for 1 month, and you can also extend it further to another 1 month. So that is not applicable for all the licenses, but they Microsoft provides that, like maximum you can extend to 2 months or so. So I need to configure my billing account. Your account has no registration number. We are checking to make sure we can offer you. Please provide valid registration number. Okay. Let me add my company PAN account. Also, I'll be adding the GST ID. Let me choose the state. And also I'll be adding the GST number so that I want the GST enabled invoices. And also please note, I'm not sure earlier what used to happen on each license you purchase, they used to have a separate billing profile for each of the license, for each of the product that you purchase. Now I think they have combined it all under one profile or account. You can purchase multiple products. I'm not sure whether that is still applicable, but that's fine. I'll go back to the your products, your purchase services. I'll go back, and this time I'll go to business basic, start free trial. Remember, business basic doesn't provide you with the desktop application access. It only gives you access to the cloud application. Okay, now it requires credit card details. That's fine. Earlier, I configured the billing accounts. Now I'm configuring the payment method. So let's add that. Let me just look at my card details. I'm going to put my company account, company card, so that all the billing happens from my company credit card. And they do accept debit card as well as credit cards, and Visa and MasterCard are accepted. For the first time, for the verification purpose, you'll be deducted with 2 rupees. Remember this, please note, you will be refunded with this amount after the verification, maybe in a week's time, but you will be refunded with this amount. I'm not sure if I am applicable for that free trial because I have already taken the free trial in my another business account using this credit card. Let's see if I'm applicable. All right, let's move back to purchase services and let's try once more if we are able to start our free trial or buy the licenses. You can also see the comparison each of the services provides. All right, try now. So two things were the prerequisite for setting up your license. One is billing account and payment method. And also note that once you add your credit card or debit card details, you'll be enabled with the standing instructions with a maximum deduction of 2 lakhs. Okay, so this you need to take care. Standing instruction means it will not require your user intervention in deducting the amount from your bank. So Microsoft will automatically deduct the monthly amount, whatever invoices they generate, it will deduct that amount automatically without you being into without you enabling that transaction. Okay, that got me the license. That's perfect. And it seems automatically it has assigned me the first license. That's good. Let me confirm that. I'll go to users, active users. And yes, it has automatically assigned me the first license. Now, if I want to assign the same license to another user, I can add an user. So let's learn how we can add a user and assign a license, the suitable license to the new user. Let's suppose there are two things. If he is an employee, if the user is an employee of your company, then you can give them Microsoft 365 license. If user is not an employee, if it is some contractor or outsider and you don't want to connect with them through emails or Teams, and you just want to give the license for the work that they do. If the work that they do comes under Microsoft Azure, any admin account settings, or any global administrator, or any type of administrator, or Power Platform services, then you need not give them Microsoft 365 license. They can still use those services without Microsoft 365 license. Let me show you quickly. Let's say I want to give this next license to one of my team member. All right. And you can also send the password in email upon completion. Either you can send it to yourself or you can send it to your employee to their personal email account. Okay. And require this user to change their password once they sign up. Then once they sign in, you can enable that. By default, a temporary password will be created. They will be using that to sign in up. Now, if the user is an employee, go ahead and enable the Microsoft 365 license. With this license, they will have access to Teams, Outlook, OneDrive, and all the 365 SaaS applications. If suppose the user is a contractor, it doesn't need Office license, then you can create a user without product license. Then you go next. Here, you can give them access to certain admin access if they need it. Also, here, create user without product license. Here, the application it is showing me 0 because as of now, I have not got the free Power Automate license. I have not got free Power BI license or even Power Virtual Agents license. If I have signed up myself, then automatically that license will come here and I can assign it directly to the respective user. Even that is also a case. If you create a user without product license, then user can themselves sign up to those free services directly by visiting their respective portals. For example, they can go to Power BI, log into Power BI, enable free license. They can go to Power Automate and start working. Or they can go to Microsoft Azure, and if they have access to certain resources, they can start working without any Office 365 license. All right. For now, I'll assign a business basic license, and you can you can choose to give them access to certain applications, or you can just keep it as it is. So I'll just go next. Let's suppose you want to assign admin role to this particular user. They can be a Teams administrator who can manage the organization team settings of like managing applications, users, and all those stuff. You can give them the global administrator access so that there will be multiple global administrator who can perform the same task that you're currently doing. Okay. So these are the access that you can provide to the respective user. I'll not give them the access. And one more thing, you can also add the profile details to your users. Profile info. This is really helpful. Uh, in case the user is not available, then somebody who is in need, they can just call them up if you give their mobile number over here. And if you give them their location so that other person understands, okay, this is outside my location, maybe in a different time zone. And also you can give the job title, like let's suppose he is a chatbot developer, and what department he is from, let's suppose technology. And let's suppose in your organization you have multiple offices, and he is from Jodhpur office. And I can give its mobile number, city, and yeah, that's so and so details. These details will be stored in the Azure AD, and you might have seen, if you are already a Microsoft 365 user, if you hover over any user from the Teams or from the Outlook, you can see that a card will pop up, that profile card. These details are mentioned on that card itself. That is the reason these details are applicable. It's recommended to have it because any other user who wants to contact the person, they can just open that profile card, get their mobile number, and call them up if they are not available on the Teams or Outlook. All right. There's one more place you can add this profile details. One is from the Microsoft 365 Admin Center, and another place in from the Azure AD. You can add these details. Okay. So this is a temporary username and password that is created for this particular user, and it is sent to my email account. So see here, currently the email account that I'm using is again the default domain provided by Microsoft. I need to change that. Let's see how we can change it. For Ajay, it's already changed. For me, let me open it. Manage username and email, and here I can edit. I can choose my domain and done. All right, and this is the alias. So I'm so I can be contacted using my domain name or using this domain name. Both emails will be applicable. All right. So as soon as that is done, I have been signed out. So that's fine. Let me sign back in. I have closed all the tabs. I click on sign in. This time I'll be logging in with my email account with my custom domain. Okay. Now, since I have the Microsoft 365 license, I can now see all the applications that I have access to. I can also click on apps and see the list of all the applications that I have access to, starting from Calendar, Outlook, OneDrive, Power Automate, Teams, Whiteboard, Word, Excel, Power, SharePoint, PowerPoint, and so on. So these are all the typical Microsoft 365 applications that you will have access. Since I am on the business basic plan, I will not have access on the desktop for all this. For example, Teams desktop, I cannot access. Word desktop, no. Similarly, Outlook, no. But I can access it on the browser. I click on Outlook, I choose the account, Since recently I got the license, this may happen. That's absolutely fine. Or maybe the reason being I did not configure few of the things. For example, I did not. I'll go to domains. No services selected. See here. Now, now you see the first time the first day we connected our custom domain, we did not have this exchange DNS records coming into picture. But now since I can purchase the Microsoft 365 license and I want to access my email account using this custom domain. That is the reason I have now this MX records. MX records usually comes in picture when you configure the email service. Okay. So I need to add these three records to my domain provider. Let's go ahead and add that. So the first record is MX, and that's at the rate priority 0, and let me enter the value 0. TTL is 1 hour. Add more record. The second record is CNAME, auto discover. What's the value? This is the value. Again, TTL is 1 hour. Add more. Next is text record. At the rate value, TTL again 1 hour. So these are the three records. Let's save them. Sometimes it takes 48 hours and sometimes it takes instantly. Alright. So now let's go back. Click on continue. Sometimes it will not reflect instantly. Sometimes it just reflects it. Alright. Domain setup is complete. That's good. Done. Now here you can see DNS records for the Microsoft Exchange. Perfect. Now I can go back and open Outlook. Let's see if I'm able to log in now. It happens. Let's wait for a few minutes. Then we can try to log in again. Okay, mailbox storage. I have been given something. Let's see. I'm just waiting for some more time so that my Outlook license gets reflected. I just go to Outlook again. I'm back after almost 1 day. Let's test it out if our DNS connection to the Outlook was successful. While we were configuring the DNS settings on the GoDaddy platform, it mentioned that it will make effect in 48 hours. So I'm here after 24 hours and let's check it out. And there we are. So it's working perfectly fine. Yesterday, I had checked almost 2 3 hours later. It was still showing me sign in again and again. But after that, I left it out and I came here after 24 hours and it started working. Okay. So that was the first email that I had got with regard to the credential of my new employee, the username and their temporary password. All right. And what was the. Okay. This email went to spam. That's absolutely fine. We can just make that it's not junk. And there we are. Okay. So this is all about connecting your custom domain to an email service. You can also view your billing details right from here, bills and payments. There you'll see all the invoices. Currently, I will not have any. I'll get billed on the next month. And here you can see and manage all your licenses. Currently, this is the license that I have, 25 licenses, where two I have already used. 23 are left. I can click on that and I can assign the licenses from here to the respective users. And what else we have? Well, rest all settings are normal. You can explore it. I think our main objective is completed today. We have successfully bought a product license for Microsoft 365 Business Basic and successfully assigned the user. And also, we have connected our custom domain to our web service, to our email service. Now I can log in using my custom domain email address. And let me show you that profile card. Uh, Let me quickly show that. If I hover over this profile card, here's all the details that are available. So this profile card is very helpful in order for your employees or your colleagues to contact you through your phone number, email, or you can also connect your LinkedIn account. In organization, you can also manage your subordinates or who is your manager. Like you can view them in the organization. And you can also see your recent emails, files that you had communicated with your colleagues. You can also add a photograph. Okay. This is a new feature that has been added by Microsoft. If any of the employee in your organization mark any of the messages as not junk or it's a spam message, then the global administrator receives an email mentioning who was the submitter who had marked a message as spam or not junk. Then they will receive an email with the content similar to this. This is a good feature in order to keep track of all the spam emails that your employees have been getting it. Okay. And let me also open up the teams. This is the best place to interact with your team members without doing it through email service. You can have it on the chat platform. Okay. And here if I go to chat, okay, it might be still loading. Go to chat. I see the chat is not enabled as of now. Okay, there it is coming. So the first time it was loading quite a bit. Then I can just click on new chat and I can select the user. If I select Ajay, I can just say hi. Okay, and here is also a profile card that you can see, similar card that is of Outlook, but here it's slightly concised, but this is nice. Here this is the same card, but here is the smaller version of that. If you click on show more, then you'll see that big card that you have seen on the Outlook. Okay, here is the organization. If I can add the manager of Ajay CK, then you can see a line item pointing to the manager and their subordinates. Okay, so this is all about in this video. See you in the next one. Stay tuned. Thanks, everyone.